Alright, so here's a Chevy Trailblazer. I think this is the same setup in the Tahoe, the Yukon, a lot of other ones. I didn't know how to get the spare tire down. You know, it hangs below on this, and I thought this unscrewed. Oh no, you have to put this that's in your car, the large end, into the hole here. You can look in and see it. You put it right in, then you take the open part here, and then you unwind it, and down comes the spare tire. Supposedly, there's a safety feature on here. I'll give you a close-up shot of this. Now if I walk over here to this other unit, what you're seeing is it's hooking up to this slot, and then in emergency, the back of it will have this mechanism here that you could hook onto and run. So this is the mechanism that goes under the spare tire that holds it up in the car. And the way the safety feature works, let me just move this up, is you see these hooks here. They are designed that if the cable was to break and slip down, that this would grab under the car and you wouldn't lose a spare tire on the freeway and cause an accident. So what happens is, see, these are movable. See when I squeeze them? So what happens is when you put weight, the tire comes halfway down on the jack, it's supposed to put weight on the cable, push in this plunger, which actuates a spring that pushes these in. You see how I'm pushing that in, and that's going in. Well, a lot of these Trailblazers have the original spare tire under them because these are faulty and it comes down a little bit and stops. There's a way to jack this up and pull it down. It's very difficult. So that's why most Trailblazers have the original spare tire under them. So that's movable, and that's how you get that down. So when you lower it and you put weight on the spare tire, you see how those go in? So a lot of cars, this is where the little plunger is. A lot of cars, that's frozen up and you can't get the spare tire down. Here's the actual spare tire hoist that was removed. It's only 3 bolts. You're looking at it from the back side, and here of course is the part that goes under the spare tire. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put the spare tire back. It has to be with the valve stem up for the system to work according to the manual. So here is the piece. So you move this over, and the reverse for taking it out. So you just drop it in, and this is how it holds up. And as you can see when I pull it up, you should be able to see. If I put a little background behind it here, you should be able to see when you pull up on it how those little hooks retract. So you start loading this clockwise and the cable starts to come up. And you have to imagine this coming down the same way, be just the opposite. So you do that and you see it start to drag it in. I'll speed it up here. So up comes the tire into position. And it's tight. There's your click, safety click. Tires on there tight. Pull this off. Put it in. You're all done. You put it back away on an XT. The jack is here. On the regular non-extended versions, it's under the back seat. Here's the back seat showing the equipment. This is the tire iron here and the 2 bars here that you'll use, and of course the jack. This is where you'll find it in the back of a conventional Trailblazer. If You have an XT Trailblazer. The jack and the equipment will be in the left side in the rear. So those that wonder what that hole is for, there you go. And the reason the design is so when it's shut and locked, nobody can get to that hole and undo your spare tire. Hope this helped.